You've been through things that would have destroyed most people, but you're still here, still standing, still fighting. And the crazy part? You don't even realize how strong you are. You think everyone handles life the way you do. They don't. Most people would have given up by now, but not you. And today, I'm going to prove it. These are 7 signs that you're mentally stronger than almost everyone around you. Society celebrates physical strength, big muscles, fast runners, powerful athletes. But mental strength? Nobody talks about it. Nobody measures it. Nobody gives you a trophy for surviving your own mind. You've probably never been told you're mentally strong. In fact, people might have called you too sensitive, too quiet, too intense, too different. They confused your depth for weakness. They mistook your silence for defeat. But here's what they don't understand. The battles you fight inside your head are harder than anything they've ever faced. And the fact that you're still here, still functioning, still trying, that's not normal. That's exceptional. Most people crumble under half the pressure you carry daily. Most people avoid the thoughts you confront every night. Most people run from the pain you've learned to sit with. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're mentally stronger than you've ever been given credit for. And by the end of this video, you'll finally see the proof. The first sign, you're mentally stronger than most. You feel emotions deeply, but don't let them control you. This is rare. Most people either suppress their emotions completely or become slaves to them. But you feel everything. The pain, the joy, the fear, the anger. You experience emotions at full volume. But here's the difference. You don't act on every feeling. You feel the rage, but don't destroy. You feel the sadness, but don't drown. You feel the fear, but still move forward. Psychology calls this emotional regulation, the ability to experience intense emotions without being controlled by them. Research from Stanford University shows that only a small percentage of people can feel deeply while still maintaining control over their actions. You've taught yourself to pause between feeling and reacting. That pause, that's where your strength lives. Most people don't have it. The second sign is something you probably hate about yourself. You overthink everything. But here's what nobody tells you. Overthinking is often a sign of a powerful mind that refuses to accept surface-level answers. You don't just see situations. You analyze them. You see possibilities others miss. You notice details others ignore. A study from King's College London found a correlation between anxiety, rumination, and higher cognitive ability. Your overthinking brain isn't broken. It's processing more information than average brains can handle. The weakness isn't the thinking. The weakness would be if you couldn't function despite it. But you do function. You show up, you perform, you survive, all while carrying the weight of a mind that never stops analyzing. That's not weakness. That's carrying a heavier load than most and still finishing the race. The third sign, you're mentally stronger than most. You've sat with pain that others would run from. There are moments in life that break people. Losses, betrayals, failures, rejections. Moments so painful that most people spend their entire lives avoiding anything that might bring them back. But not you. You've sat in that darkness. You've felt the full weight of your worst moments. You didn't numb it with substances. You didn't distract yourself into oblivion. You faced it. Psychologists call this distress tolerance, the ability to withstand emotional pain without falling apart. Most people have very low distress tolerance. They can't handle discomfort. They need immediate escape. But you've learned to sit with pain, to breathe through it, to let it pass through you rather than destroy you. That skill, it's rare, and it makes you stronger than almost everyone around you. The fourth sign is counterintuitive. You ask for help when you need it. Society tells us that strong people don't need anyone. They handle everything alone. They never show weakness. But that's not strength. That's ego. Real mental strength means knowing your limits. It means recognizing when you're drowning and reaching for a hand. It means swallowing your pride and admitting you can't do everything alone. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that people who seek support during difficult times recover faster and develop greater resilience than those who isolate themselves. If you've ever asked for help, if you've ever admitted you were struggling, if you've ever let someone see your weakness, you demonstrated more courage than the people who pretend to be invincible. Vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the ultimate sign of mental strength. The fifth sign, you're mentally stronger than most. You failed and tried again. Failure breaks most people. One rejection, one mistake, one embarrassment, and they're done. They never try again. They protect themselves from future pain by never attempting anything meaningful. But you've failed. Maybe multiple times, maybe publicly, maybe painfully, and you got back up. You tried again, not because you forgot the pain, but because you refused to let that pain define your future. Psychology calls this resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. But what they don't tell you is how rare true resilience actually is. Most people talk about trying again. Very few actually do it. Every time you've picked yourself up after being knocked down, you've proven something about yourself. You've proven that failure doesn't own you, that pain doesn't control you, that your past doesn't determine your future. The sixth sign is something others might judge you for. You spend time alone and you're okay with it. Society fears solitude. People fill every moment with noise, distraction, and company because they're terrified of being alone with their own thoughts. Silence scares them. Their own mind scares them. But not you. You can sit in silence. You can be alone without feeling lonely. You can face your own thoughts without running away. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that the ability to enjoy solitude is linked to greater emotional intelligence, creativity, and mental stability. People who fear being alone often have unresolved issues they're avoiding. Your comfort with solitude isn't antisocial. It's a sign that you've made peace with yourself, that you've done the inner work most people spend their entire lives avoiding. The seventh and final sign, you're mentally stronger than most. You keep going even when you don't feel like it. This is the ultimate test. Anyone can show up when they're motivated. Anyone can push through when they're inspired. But what about the days when you feel nothing? The days when getting out of bed feels impossible? The days when every cell in your body screams to give up? You still move. You still try. Maybe not at full power. Maybe not with enthusiasm. But you don't quit. You don't surrender. You keep going. Psychologists call this grit, the combination of passion and perseverance for long-term goals. Research by Angela Duckworth at the University of Pennsylvania shows that grit predicts success more than talent, intelligence, or resources. You have grit. You've proven it every day you showed up when you didn't want to. Every time you pushed through when you had nothing left. That's not luck. That's mental strength. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody tells mentally strong people. Your strength often goes unnoticed. People see the results. They see you functioning. They see you surviving. But they don't see the war you fought to get there. They don't see the nights you barely held on. They don't see the mornings you had to convince yourself to keep going. And because you make it look manageable, people assume it's easy for you. They assume you don't struggle. They assume you were born this way, but you weren't. You built this strength, brick by brick, scar by scar, tear by tear. You earned every piece of your resilience through pain most people will never understand. The world won't give you credit for your mental strength. People won't applaud you for surviving your own mind. So let this video be that recognition. You are stronger than you know, stronger than anyone has ever told you, and stronger than most people will ever be. If you watched this and finally felt seen, drop a comment. Tell me which sign hit you the hardest. Which one described you perfectly? I want to know how many silent warriors are out there carrying invisible battles. If you want more psychology truths that nobody else has the courage to tell you, subscribe to Life Mind Gym and hit that notification bell, because I'm going to keep exposing the hidden truths about your mind. Share this video with someone who needs to hear they're strong, someone who has been through battles nobody knows about, someone who deserves recognition for still standing. And remember, you don't need anyone's permission to be proud of your mental strength. You've earned it. You've survived things that should have broken you, and you're still here. That's not luck. That's power.